Good morning everyone. Today we discuss general characters and classification of phylum Chordata. Chordata. It is the third largest phylum. 65,000 species included in phylum Chordata. The term Chordata was coined by Balfour. The term Chordata was coined by Balfour. Animals having notochord included in phylum Chordata. It is not mean that these animals possess notochord throughout their lifespan. Any animal possess notochord at some stage in their lifespan, maybe larval stage, infant stage, adult, or throughout the body, in all stages like that. So animals having notochord at some stage in their lifespan included in phylum Chordata. We discuss chief chordate characters. So first largest phylum regarding number of species, Arthropoda. Second largest phylum, Mollusca. Third largest phylum, Chordata. Fundamental chordate characters. Fundamental chordate character means the chordate should possess these four characters at some stage in their lifespan. Then only it is considered as a chordate. So, nerve chord. Nerve chord is hollow, single. It is present above the elementary canal, above the notochord, nerve chord. Nerve chord is developed from ectoderm. In higher organisms, anterior part of nerve cord develops into brain, posterior part of the nerve cord develops into spinal cord. In this manner, in higher chordates, nerve cord develops into central nervous system. Anterior part of nerve cord develops into brain, posterior part of the nerve cord develops into spinal cord. Next one, notochord. Notochord is a stiff rod-like structure present mid-dorsal surface, middle region of dorsal surface in chordates. Higher chordates are vertebrates. The chordates having vertebral column known as vertebrates. In vertebrates, notochord present only in embryonic stage. So, as the development progress, notochord is replaced by vertebral column or backbone. Notochord. Next one is pharyngeal gill slits. Paired cut-like openings. Our mouth also cut-like opening. It is a transverse. These are longitudinal. Paired cut-like openings present on either side of pharynx, known as pharyngeal gill slits. One more point. Notochord is derived from mesoderm. Naruchord is developed from ectoderm. Third fundamental character is pharyngeal gill slits. So paired cut-like openings present on either side of pharynx, known as pharyngeal gill slits. How pharyngeal gill slits are formed? So outpushing of ectoderm. You already know germinal layers: ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. Outpushing of ectoderm, inpushing. So you already know ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. Outpushing of endoderm, inpushing of ectoderm. As a result, openings are formed. That means gill slits are formed from both ectoderm and endoderm. Inpushing of ectoderm, outward pushing of endoderm, gill slits are formed. Gill slits contain gills. Gill slit is a opening. In human also, embryonic stage possess gill slits, but neither human embryo nor adult human being perform gill respiration. It indicates that we recapitulate our ancestors. So animals having gills are our ancestors, not immediate ancestor. Somewhere during evolution of human. Pharyngeal gill slits. Next one, post-anal tail. What is post-anal tail? Tail is present behind the anus. Post-anal tail. These are the 4 chief chordate characters. Any animal possesses these 4 characters at some stage in their lifespan, considered as chordate. General characters means they may be present or absent. Most of the chordate possess general character. Some animals lack some general characters. So general characters are triploblastic animals. In embryonic stage, 3 germinal layers are present. Triploblastic animals. Bilateral symmetry. Chordate exhibit bilateral symmetry. Organ system grade of organization. They exhibit organ system grade of organization. Chordates are coelomates. Possess coelom. What type of coelom? Enterocoelom. Coelom formed from the archenteron. Enterocoelom. So triploblastic animals, bilateral symmetry, organ system grade of organization, they possess enterocoelom. Deuterostomes. Deutero means secondary, stoma means mouth. So second opening develops into mouth. That's why deuterostomes. Fertilization is internal. In primitive animals only larval stage. Development is indirect. In all vertebrates, development is direct. So some general characters: triploblastic, bilateral symmetry, organ system, coelomate, deuterostomes. Most of the animals closed blood vascular system. So general characters of phylum Chordata. Now we discuss classification of phylum Chordata. Chief chordate characters are, before we discuss, once again I revise fundamental chordate characters: naruchord, notochord, pharyngeal gill slits, post-anal tail. Naruchord is hollow, present on the dorsal surface in all chordates. In invertebrates, nerve cord present on the ventral surface. In chordates, nerve cord present on the dorsal surface. It is derived from ectoderm. Anterior part of the nerve cord develops into brain. Posterior part of the nerve cord develops into spinal cord. Just below the nerve cord, on the mid-dorsal surface, stiff rod-like structure is present, known as notochord. In higher chordates, notochord present in embryo only. Higher chordates are vertebrates. Why some chordates are known as vertebrates? Due to presence of backbone or vertebral column, they are known as vertebrates. Notochord is derived from mesoderm. Pharyngeal gill slits. Paired cut-like openings present on either side of pharynx, known as pharyngeal gill slits. Pharyngeal gill slits are formed from ectoderm and endoderm. So, out-pushing of endoderm, in-pushing of ectoderm, these openings are formed in the pharynx. So, pharyngeal gill slits are formed from both ectoderm and endoderm. Tail is present behind the anus, known as post-anal tail. So, these are the fundamental chordate characters. Now, we discuss differences between chordates and non-chordates. In chordata, nerve cord is dorsal and hollow. Hollow means cavity. In non-chordates or invertebrates, meaning is absence of vertebral column, but from porifera to hemichordata, known as invertebrates. In invertebrates, nerve cord is solid, double, two nerve cords. Nerve cord is solid, double, and ventral. Next one is notochord. Notochord is present, notochord is absent. Notochord is absent. Pharyngeal gill slits. Pharyngeal gill slits are present. Pharyngeal gill slits are absent. Pharyngeal gill slits are absent. Post-anal tail is present. Post-anal tail is absent. Heart is ventral in position. Heart is dorsal. Heart is dorsal in position. So differences between chordata, non-chordates. In chordate, nerve cord is present on the dorsal surface and hollow. Hollow means cavity is present. In non-chordates, double ventral nerve cord. Two nerve cords are present on the ventral surface and at the same time they are solid, no cavity. Notochord is present in chordata. Notochord is absent in non-chordates. Pharyngeal gill slits are present in chordata. Pharyngeal gill slits are absent in non-chordates. Tail is present behind the anus in chordata, post-anal tail. Post-anal tail is absent in non-chordates. Heart is ventral, present on the ventral surface in chordata. In invertebrates or non-chordates, heart is present on the dorsal surface. So differences between chordates and non-chordates. Phylum Chordata, classified into three subphyla. Urochordata, Cephalochordata, Vertebrata. Urochordata. Phylum Chordata. Phylum Chordata classified into 3 subphyla: Urochordata, Cephalochordata, Vertebrata. Vara means tail. Chorda means notochord. So in members of subphylum Urochordata, notochord present in tail region only. Tail region in larval stage, not in adult. In Urochordata, notochord present in the tail region in larval stage. That's why this subphylum got the name Urochordata. Second point, body is covered by a protective layer, tunic, made up of tunicin. The tunicin, composition of tunicin is resemble like cellulose. Heart is tubular. Tubular heart present in Urochordata. Around the pharynx, ectodermal layer is present, known as atrium. The cavity present between pharynx and atrium, known as atrial cavity. Anus, excretory ducts and genital ducts. Excretory duct, genital duct. Excretory and genital ducts open into the atrial cavity. Atrial cavity opens out through atrial aperture. So atrial aperture is the common passage for fecal matter, excretory material and gametes. Urochordata, example Escherichia, Salpa, Doliolum. Urochordates, also known as tunicata, due to presence of tunic. Another name is tunicata. Subphylum tunicata. Members of Urochordate exhibit retrogressive metamorphosis. Retrogressive metamorphosis. What is retrogressive metamorphosis? Larval form possess advanced character. Such larvae develop into adult with primitive characters, known as retrogressive metamorphosis. Meta means change, morpho means form. Change occur in the form is known as metamorphosis. Retrogressive metamorphosis. Retrogressive metamorphosis means larva possess advanced character. Notochord present in the larva, nerve cord present in the larva, but in adult no notochord, no nerve cord. But in adult, nerve cord is represented by a ganglion, only one ganglion. So larval form having advanced characters, such larva metamorphoses into adult with primitive characters is known as retrogressive metamorphosis. Example Escherichia, Salpa, Doliolum. Next one, Cephalochordata. Cepha means head. So literary meaning of this word is notochord present in the head region. Truly notochord present in the head. So throughout the body, from anterior to posterior, notochord present throughout the body. So notochord present in the head, that's why it is also known as Cephalochordata. They are known as typical chordates. Cephalochordates are known as typical chordates. Typical chordates. Why they are known as typical chordates? All the fundamental chordate characters present throughout their lifespan, larval stage and adult. Notochord, nerve cord, pharyngeal gill slits, post-anal tail present throughout their lifespan. That's why cephalochordates are commonly known as typical chordates. The body resembles like a fish, commonly known as amphioxus. Amphioxus. Amphi means both. Oxus means sharp. Both the edges are sharp. That's why commonly known as amphioxus or lancelets. lancelets. Scientific name is branchiostoma. Scientific name is branchiostoma. Cephalochordata. Notochord present throughout the body. In other chordates, notochord not present in the head, but here notochord present in the head also. That's why cephalochordata. All the four fundamental chordate character seen throughout the lifespan. That's why cephalochordates also known as typical chordates, commonly known as amphioxus or lancelet. Why they are known as amphioxus? Amphi means both. Axis means sharp. Both the ends are sharp. That's why they got the name amphioxus, also known as lancelets. Scientific name is branchiostoma. Another unique character of cephalochordata mentioned while discussing excretory fluids in human physiology, flame cells perform excretion and osmoregulation. Platyhelminthes also flame cells present. In cephalochordates also flame cells. Flame cells perform excretion and osmoregulation. So this point given while discussing excretory products and their elimination. In the introduction, author mentioned in cephalochordata flame cells responsible for excretion and osmoregulation. Regulation of osmosis means maintain the body fluid levels. Next one is, here another point, they resemble like fish. Cephalochordates resemble like fish. So now we discuss vertebrata. One more point, Urochordata, cephalochordata, together known as acraniata. Acraniata. Due to absence of cranium or brain box, acraniata. Vertebrata also known as craniata. Vertebrata also known as craniata. Vertebrata, members of chordates in which notochord present only in embryonic stage. In other stages, notochord is replaced by backbone or vertebral column. So notochord is replaced by backbone or vertebral column. Such chordates included in subphylum vertebrata. All vertebrates are chordates, all chordates are not vertebrates. Why? Members of vertebrata also possess notochord in embryonic stage. That's why all vertebrates are chordates, but all chordates are not vertebrates. For example, Urochordata, cephalochordates are non-vertebrates only. Reason, no vertebral column. In vertebrata, paired fins or limbs. Paired fins or limbs. Paired fins. In case of jawless fishes and fishes, fins perform locomotion. In other animals, amphibia, reptiles, aves and mammal, limbs perform locomotion. Gills or lungs are the respiratory organ. Gills in jawless fishes and fishes, jawed fishes. In amphibia, reptiles, aves and mammals, lungs are the respiratory organ. Pulmonary respiration. Heart is ventral, two-chambered. In case of cyclostomata and pisces, three-chambered. In amphibia. In reptilia, three-chambered or incompleted ventricle. Incompletely ventricle divided into two chambers in reptilia, means in reptiles also three-chambered heart except crocodilia. Crocodiles have four-chambered heart. Aves and mammals also possess four-chambered heart. Brain is present in the brain box or cranium. That's why another name of subphylum vertebrata is craniata. So subphylum vertebrata also known as craniata. So chordates in which notochord is replaced by vertebral column, included in subphylum Vertebrata. Second point, brain is present in the cranium or brain box, craniata. So locomotory structure, paired fins or limbs in Vertebrata, but in Aenata, unpaired fins, exception. Vertebrata, subphylum Vertebrata classified into two superclasses. Superclasses. Superclasses Aenata and Anathostomata. A means no, Natha means jaws, jawless vertebrates. Anathostomata, Natha means jaws, stoma means mouth. Means mouth is guarded by jaws, jawed vertebrates, jawless vertebrates. Jawless vertebrates classified into two classes, osteodermy, cyclostomata. Astra means bone, dermy means skin. Body is protected by bony armor. They were extinct. Extinct jawless species included in osteodermy means they were no more today. Cyclostomata, cyclo means round, stoma means mouth. They are extant. Aenata. Extant means living, extinct means perished, no more. So the living jawless fishes included in class cyclostomata. Now we discuss cyclostomata. Cyclostomata. Cyclo means round, stoma means mouth. They have round sucker-like mouth. With the help of round sucker-like mouth, they act as ectoparasites on fishes. Second point, body is eel-like means elongated body. Eel is a fish, anguilla, so elongated body. Next point, body is naked. Naked means exoskeleton is absent. In fishes, scales are exoskeleton, so body is not covered by exoskeleton. Exo means outside, skeleton means hard part, scales are the exoskeleton, so exoskeleton absent. Next one, 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits are present, so gill slit open into gill. They exhibit anadromous migration. Anadromous migration means migration from marine water to fresh water, ascending migration. Purpose of migration, to lay eggs. So from marine water they migrated to fresh water, they release the eggs, immediately they die, both male and female adult die. Now the eggs hatch up into larval stages. Larval stages develop into adult, and from fresh water they go back to their native place, marine water. Again during breeding season they migrated to fresh water. Purpose of migration, spanning, to release the gametes in large scale, that is spanning. Anadromous migration. Petromyzon and myxin example. Petromyzon is commonly known as lamprey, myxin commonly known as hagfish. In the development of petromyzon, ammoset larva is seen. Ammoset larva resemble like branchiostoma, so member of cephalochordata. Another point, you already know jawless vertebrates, if jaws are absent, how they masticate the food material? Teeth are present on the tongue. Teeth present on the tongue. Teeth present on the tongue, responsible for mastication of the food. So this is about cyclostomata. Cyclo means round, stoma means mouth, so they have round mouth. Sucker-like mouth. With the help of sucker-like mouth, members of cyclostomata act as ectoparasites on fishes. Body is elongated like eel. Eel is a fish, has elongated body. Body is naked. Naked means exoskeleton is absent. Unpaired fins. Unpaired fin, on only one side fin is present, unpaired fin. 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits are present. On the tongue, teeth are present for mastication. Anadromous migration, migration from marine water to fresh water, known as anadromous migration. What is the purpose of migration? To release gametes in large quantity. After releasing, the adult dies. Eggs hatch up into larva, develop into adult. In the same route, they reach the marine water. Again during breeding season, they migrated to fresh water. Example, petromyzon and myxin. In petromyzon is commonly known as lamprey, ammocetus larva, or ammocetus larva. Ammocetus larva seen in their development. The ammocetus larva resemble like branchiostoma, member of cephalochordata. Myxin development is direct, no larval stage. Myxin feed on dead or dying organism. Dying means about to die. Dead animals and about to die animals fail to resist. That's why the myxin easily feed on dead or dying animals. So this type of feeding is known as necrophagous. Necrophagous mode of nutrition seen in myxin. So myxin feed on dead animals or dying animals. Dying means about to die. So before death they suffer from several diseases. So they are unable to resist the predator. At the time myxin feed on dying animals. This mode of nutrition is known as necrophagous. So this is about cyclostomata. So vertebrata divided into, you already know, two super classes, Anatha and Natha stomata. A means no, Natha means jaws, jawless vertebrates, classified into two classes, osteodermy and cyclostomata. Osteodermy and cyclostomata. Next one, Natha stomata, superclass Natha stomata, classified into five classes: Pisces, amphibia, reptiles, aves and mammals. Pisces, fishes, cartilaginous fishes and bony fishes, together known as class Pisces. Class Pisces, chondrichthyes, and osteichthyes. Chondri means cartilage, ichthyes means fish. The fishes have cartilage as an endoskeleton, known as chondrichthyes. The fishes have bone as an endoskeleton, bony fishes. Class Pisces included two classes, chondrichthyes and osteichthyes. Amphibia, amphi means both, bios means life. The organism partly live in water, partly on land, amphibia. Reptilia, rip means creep. Rip means creep. Why they creep on the substratum? Reptiles have weak limbs. The weak limbs unable to lift the body from the trunk. That's why with the help of belly, they creep on the substratum. So belly creepers, reptilia, they are commonly known as belly creepers. Aves means bird. Birds are included in class aves. Mammals, animals having mammary glands, included in class mammals. The mammary glands are functional in female. They fed their young ones with milk. That's why it got the name mammal. Aves and mammals are warm-blooded animals. They regulate their body temperature. Pisces, amphibia, reptile fail to regulate their body temperature. So they are known as cold-blooded animals. In the next class, we discuss in detail